The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Yo, what up, world? What it do? What's up, peoples? Hey, welcome to another segment of the Blueprint to Success podcast. We back in the building, and I'm your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. And once again, we joined by my co-host, my brother from another mother. Y'all give it up for my boy, Alxndr.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Oh, y'all need to please cut it out. Like, y'all be extra tripping. Like,
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta do the parade way, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's gonna be dope, even with the after effects. So, it's after effects in real time.
I appreciate it, though, man. I appreciate
You
it.
give your flowers now, dog.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Falcons.
I appreciate it, man.
That
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
And also joined together tonight with us, man. Once again, my brother from the same mother. Y'all give it up for Boy Wonda.
Don't retreat.
Big bag, dog.
It's my favorite show.
Big bag,
Hey.
dog. Big bag,
Hey.
dog. Big
Take
bag,
EBT
big bag, dog.
cash.
Big bag.
Credit card. Let me just dash. I know. What's going on, world? What's happening?
What's
It's
up?
good to be here, man. Full of life, energy,
Yes.
health, prosperity in so many areas of my life, man.
For sure.
I'm blessed.
Good.
Anybody here blessed?
Blessed.
Anybody here blessed?
Blessed.
So how you been, Mike? What's up with you,
Good,
bro?
dog. I'm good, man.
That part.
Yeah, it's been a good week, I can say, actually. Yeah, I ain't have to choke nobody out. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, yeah. Y'all too buff to be choking people.
What you talking
Y'all
about?
can't see, but them arms are big. His shirt. Them arms are.
Listen,
them arms are big
Look,
in his shirt, bro.
you either gonna get in line or you gonna feel it like Casey and JoJo. Is it real? Tell me
And
it's
there you
real.
go. Now you done got him started.
The choking that I feel. Tell me that it's real.
How y'all week been, man? How y'all week? How y'all?
It's been good, bro. Got a show tomorrow night, so that's exciting, you know. With my boy Strike, Knowledge Tim, you know, with the crew, Rick. It's going as my dog DJ Kojak say, it's going down.
That's good.
He's making me
Yeah, for
laugh,
sure.
dog.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be a good time, man. Pretty much with the film. So looking forward to that. Of course, you know, serving at my church.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then, you know, definitely just been behind the scenes prepping with different things for the company, and so get some things in line with content creating. So it's got some stuff coming down the pipe.
That's good.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
It's
up.
been good, man.
For
Can't
sure.
complain, bro.
That's good, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. What about you, big dog?
I'm just shouts out to one of my close buddies, my close friends, HD Darkheart. You know what I'm saying? The owner, CEO. Well, he's one of the founders of Beryllium Creative. He's working with me with Savant Design Company. So and we've been always through years, and but he's one of the people who's been always chiming in to see how he can help. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, I want to work with you on Savant. So we're going back and forth with getting the look right and stuff like that for the logo. So shouts out to HD, man. I love you, bro. Me and Diamond talking about the video for the next single. So that's getting mixed and mastered right now. So that's going. I'm still chopping away at this book. So that's still going.
Yeah.
and work. And my son graduated 8th grade May 19th.
Sweet.
Next
Yeah.
step to high school.
High school.
So we trying to the family is preparing to drive up to be with him in that time, and that's it, bro. I'm just
That's what's up.
serving that church still. Shouts out to Haven
Yeah.
Worship. You
All
know,
day?
all
That's the
day,
fam.
all day long.
Yeah.
All day.
That's what's up, man. Well, I got some news that I can't share right now, but y'all already know what it is.
Okay.
But once everything is finalized, then we'll make the announcement.
For sure.
Got
That
excited
part.
about it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
me and the wife, he got some stuff we working on. So can't wait to see what God do with that.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna
So,
be
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Don't learn to die.
Yeah, so I'm a little excited about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Working on something with the wifey, so. And then,
That's all I want to do, bro. I want something I can do it with my wife, bro.
Facts.
Like I don't want to have something that she just like clap in the back. No, I want to have something where both of our minds are and our hearts are. And whoever taking the role, if it's something that she has got a grip on, and then I'm coming on to the board, you know what I'm saying? No, if it's something I got a grip on, and she want to be a part of whatever, just something I
Right.
can do
yeah.
with her, bro. Whoever she
Yeah.
is, you feel me?
Oh yeah.
That's cool that you.
That's
that
the
was
beauty
your
of it,
way,
yeah.
bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't share another project that she's working on right now either.
Yeah.
But I got my hand in that too. So once
Yeah.
that's done, we'll definitely let the people know.
For sure.
Kind of excited for her on it though.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's dope,
Facts.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my boo.
That's gonna be dope.
That's my boo.
Mrs. Bad.
Listen,
Mrs. Bad.
I'm looking all over. Search for somebody. Will you come along? I want me somebody. I ain't gonna do it. We'll be here all day.
Yeah, let's not cut up. Let's not cut
You
up.
know I love music.
For sure.
You know I'm scoping cause I'm looking.
For sure.
Even with the night vision goggles, I'm looking.
Get that first at the night, guys.
Listen. I don't want to miss out on no opportunity. But but I'm looking, man, and but in the process of looking and searching, researching, making sure I'm like internally self-evaluating.
Yeah.
Am I really ready?
Make sure you're
Like
ready.
I think I'm ready. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I feel like if that's the case, then God would already had it by now. So I feel like there's some areas I know that I need to work on and improve in, like just off the cuff. But then there's some things that I'm like, okay, God, like, do these things necessarily have to be in line in order for her to, to come? So some things yes, some things no.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things that they got to be stamped on. You
Right.
feel me? So, but I'm still looking, man.
That's
and
good.
my heart has always been open, no matter what situation didn't work out. Like, and this is like my best friend right here. Like, I always get wisdom from him. He like, and he point out things that I don't see. He see my
Yep.
blind spots. He like, well, bruh,
All right.
you know.
Yeah.
You're a grown man. I'm gonna let you do what you do. However God leads you in that. And that's one thing I can respect with him and my dad. Like, they've always allowed me to make my own decisions, whether they agree with it or not.
Yeah.
And that's a part of life and growing because they made sure that they were truthful with me, but at the same time didn't enable me.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that I appreciated. But Mama was the pit bull.
Oh yeah, mama.
Mama had that
Mama be
radar
like-
like she just knew.
Yeah, I could say as she got older though, she kind of. Cause I remember like early on, she certain situations she'd be like, no, no, and then other situations she'd be like, okay, I'm gonna let you figure it out, but that ain't it. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
But that ain't it.
Yup.
Yeah.
And that's just growth, man. But I
It
like
is.
something you said though is the fact that you're looking.
Mhm.
And I think the decisions that we make today determines the destiny that we live out tomorrow.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I find out that we don't make decisions based upon uncertainty. So when we're not certain how the outcome is going to be, a lot of times we'll get stagnant in making it, certain decisions. So the fact that you actually made a decision to, until she actually comes, I'm going to prepare myself to make sure I'm ready for that situation. That's
Right.
That's big man talk, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Has
yeah.
to be, bro. Because you don't want to bring someone into your space and create a lot of things that necessarily didn't have to if you would have did the work beforehand.
Right.
Now you're dragging
Right.
somebody else into something that they may not even have the patience with because they figure you should have already had this figured out, which I get and understand, but
Right.
there's just some things that now I'm content with the singleness that I'm at. I'm content. I'm still looking, but I'm content because I'm not gonna allow what I need to work on to keep me from pursuing what I desire. And that's big because a lot of people won't even try.
Yeah.
For the simple fact they looking at the situation is too far greater, it's too big. I'm just like, nah. I say I'm willing to put in the work, willing to work on myself, do what I need to do, and that's that. But in the midst of, hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Just saying. And we just had a previous situation of just, getting to know a person and you'll know. You'll know. And I've always wondered that. It's like, man, I'm getting sick of people telling me you'll know. Like, what? Know what? Like, give me the goods, okay?
Yeah.
Can you pinpoint the dots?
Looking for the halo over the head.
What am I looking
clouds
for?
Open.
You know what I'm saying?
The heavens open.
Well, tell me what I'm looking for. So, but of course, as I got older and learned and just learning from others, you, dad, mom, seeing examples, I know. And I knew off the cuff that I was just like, it's not going to be no more than a friendship. And the beauty about that is just being able to be transparent with the person that understands that too. And then they telling you, you let me know. If God telling you something, let me know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag it out.
Right.
And it was still difficult because you don't want the dynamic of the friendship to change. You don't want to be like, don't be acting funny and strange. And so even just, hitting her up, even today and then a little while back, it's like, I was surprised. I was like, don't be surprised because, I'm an intentional person. So I mean what I say and say what I mean. So if I say I'm your friend and I'm going to be that, that's what I'm going to be.
Right.
But I'm still looking. I desire to have a wife, bro. I want to do things together with her. I want to create memories, you know what I'm saying? Create businesses that we both can capitalize off and just, take on the world. That's my heart's desire. And I'm not going to stop until I see that come to pass. And one of the big examples I seen that made me content with that was Apostle Jarvis Marshall and how he was waiting. And bro, when I tell you that gave me so much confidence and assurance and being content in my singleness. And that's why I said, bro, I have to be careful who I choose. I have to be careful, man. This is a matter of life and death because this is destiny. This is legacy.
Yep.
Like, this ain't no play. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so, and seeing that, and I remember one thing that I've pretty much adapted from my cousin. When he brought his girl to meet the family, and he had already, proposed to her. It's like, no, we ain't seen her. We ain't seen her before. Like, wait a minute, he get married?
Right.
Hold on, cuz. Rewind. But I respected that so much because he was sure. He knew. And it was like, I'm going to bring him around and I feel that way. It's just like, unless I feel like you're the one for me, like, I'm just not bringing anybody around my family.
No.
Like, and it should be the same vice versa. You have to prove your love, yourself, your loyalty, your character, your integrity, everything. So when he did that, I adopted that immediately. Because I didn't want to be that person, hey, what happened to so-and-so? Hey, what happened to so-and-so? Like, hey, ain't you with? No. Didn't work out. And so I adapted that, and it made me think, man. It made me kind of slow down. Made me realize, okay, what do I want?
Mm-hmm.
Not only what do I want, but what do I need?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can easily say, hey, I want this, that, and the third, but when you get it, it's exactly what you thought you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it don't be.
Yeah.
Because we overlook what we need because of what we desire to have and what we want. But God knows what we need, so we have to be aware and in tune and know that, oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This God right here. She do this, that, and third, da-da-da-da-da. Character, you ain't got to worry about acting crazy. You know, it's just like, it's hard out here in these streets, man. Everybody always want to twerk. Like, why? God, dog. Like, it's that's the only thing in your vocabulary, twerking. Like,
Yeah.
get the phone, just twerk. Like, it's just, it's just like, and it's hard to, like, you know, show me that you have class. Show me that you have, it's like, you care about yourself, your body, your everything. Like, that's important. And then they were like, man, I'm still single. Why you treat me like that? I ain't that. I was like, well, you know. What you present now.
Oh man, he's going.
That's what you attract.
Oh,
So I'm just saying. I'm saying, though.
Bring out the insurance bucket. Dog.
yeah, he's going all the way there right now.
I can't help it, bro.
We got big
It's,
fines.
Yeah, yeah.
it's crazy, man. It's really because I see a lot of selfishness. A lot of people only about what they want to get out the relationship and not serving. That's huge. Like, serve one another. That's how you make it through the relationship. That's how your best friend, like, when you build that friendship and it's strong, you know, that's what you have to come back to if everything crumbles. You can use that to rebuild back on and to continue to go through the fire, through hell, through difficult situations. Like, man, I tell people all the time, you got that one that's been down with your ride or die. Like, I appreciate my brother wife. Like, for real. Like, she's a real ride or die. That's what I desire to have for myself. She's a real ride or die, and vice versa. And when you have two people that understand that, it oversurpasses the emotions and what you feel and how you feel when certain difficulties arise. And that'll show you who you really have. It's not when everything is going good, but when everything is not going good, who will you have?
You know what? I don't know where this is going, but it's going somewhere.
Because it's coming straight from the house.
No, I'm talking about what we're talking about.
Okay.
If I can just share something, and I had shared this with my homegirl, right? But y'all the only two people who I shared this with. All right, I had to write this down. It was 5:15 in the morning the other day. 5:15, I think it was it was Wednesday morning at 5:15 in the morning. I didn't even get up good yet. You know what I'm saying? The alarm went off. I hit the snooze. It beep beep. 10 minutes. I hit it again. So I wake up. It's 5:15. I ain't even get to think yet. The first thing that I heard is this. I heard two things, bro. It was not me. My mind, I wasn't even, but it was my voice, so you know it's the Holy Spirit. This is what I heard, bro. Kid you not. This junk crazy.
He coming from the house.
Straight like that.
Come up from the house, bro. I heard, why do you deliberately ask God for something, then choose the complete opposite of what you asked for?
God, no.
He did it. They got that other insurance policy.
Shots fired.
Why do you deliberately ask God for something, then choose the complete opposite of what you asked for? So I looked up the word deliberate. Deliberately, it basically means like you thought about it, you premeditated, took your time. So you took your time to cry out to me about this thing.
And then do the opposite.
And then choose the complete opposite of what you asked me for.
Dude, you want to answer?
Huh?
You want to answer? But you already got it.
Look.
I want it. I want the answer. I want the answer.
Basically, I was pondering on it. Like, guys, like, look, if you're gonna ask me for something, have the balls to go after what you asked me for. Don't sucker out because because it look tough. It's gonna be too hard to get that, and then go after the easy stuff. No, go after what you asked me for.
Yeah. So you took the word right out of my mouth, though.
Right.
Is it gonna require that?
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Dub, you finna be throwing your hat across the room when I say this right here.
Man, look
This came right after that, but it's 5:15 in the morning.
Wow.
at dog.
So the second thing I heard, bro, was if she wants you, she must be willing to go where God is taking you.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cause
That's not negotiable.
Yeah.
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 You gotta, and here's the crazy thing, right? A lot of the times what we're asking God for is like I'll say you took the words right out of my mouth because it's not packaged the way we want it. Or it doesn't look the way we want it to look, and that's not that ain't what I was talking about. Like we telling God like he made a mistake, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you're talking about, in a sense, when I did a study here a couple weeks ago, because I'm doing a series with the kids in the youth group, talking about kingdom culture,
Right.
and then talking about making decisions based on what the kingdom culture of doing something or society's culture of doing something, right? And so when the Bible talks about being unequally yoked, I kind of went and studied that a little bit, right? So, like when you got like when you're trying to get a job done or something like that, you got two oxen, you put that yoke on them, right? That keeps them steady, that keeps them in that same direction. So basically, you don't want to be with somebody that's not going in the same direction as you.
Right.
Because what's going to happen is it's going to cause friction somewhere along down the road. So a lot of times, you will hear that don't be unequally yoked. They be talking about relationships and marriage and stuff like that. But it's actually deeper than that.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that you have a relationship with, if they're not going in that same direction as you, it's going to cause friction. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to cause uneasiness in that relationship because you have two different viewpoints.
Yep.
And so to me, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's more towards like almost kind of like even like an inner circle type deal. Because you can be connected to somebody and y'all don't see eye to eye, but it ain't the fact that you got to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah.
It depends upon the depth of the relationship and what you're trying to do.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I was like, man, that's kind of intriguing though. What if I'm yoked with a business partner that doesn't believe morally the same things that I believe? You know what I'm saying? Or even, I'm married though, but what made it easy for me was we was on the same wavelength. I mean, so much so to the fact that we was only dating for a shorter period of time, and I'm already thinking about marriage. And it scared me to the point where I was like, man, I think girl gonna think I'm crazy. I'm like, man, she everything that I would want. You know what I'm saying? And then not knowing she was actually thinking the same thing on the other end. And I don't remember how we broke the ice, but when the ice got broken, we was both on the same plane. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very important, man. Make it, and it's funny you open up with that, because maybe I'm gonna ask this question. So, what do you think makes people make the decisions that they make?
Well, okay, I'm gonna chime on that.
Because even with your situation, with the question that you just asked, it's like, what would make me ask God for something and then do the total opposite? You know what I'm saying? It's where's a person's decision process at? You know what I'm saying? What shapes that? You know what I'm saying? The way you would make a decision.
And that kind of mindset.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just say it how I just heard in my head.
Straight from the house.
The adversity of circumstances.
That's good.
That's real good.
The adversity of circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in a jacked up situation, or you in a situation where it's bare, and bro, he tried to get Jesus to turn a stone into, you know what I'm saying? My man's just out there fasting, doing his thing.
Right. Trying to turn the bread into the stone.
Right. He trying. So he's like, yo, you know you hungry.
Right.
My man's out there.
Hey, you know who you say you are.
you know you
Turn
hungry.
the stone into bread.
And you know, like I know you got power.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So you right here, you know, go on and turn this thing into bread real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no this garden, you out here, ain't nothing, ain't no vines out here, ain't no grapes out here. It's stones out here.
It's straight wilderness.
It's straight wilderness out here. So but Jesus he didn't fold. He didn't fold. So when you're in an environment to where it's not looking like how it is, but you got something that's right there, you have a tendency to fold. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the big things. And it go both ways. If he's not willing to go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so for
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, for the ladies,
Right.
like if you stand for something, ladies, if you like, I'm not giving up my body. And if he ain't with that, then he's not for you.
Right.
He's not if he's not with what you're standing on, if he's not what you're for, he's not for you. If he's not willing to go the distance, how you willing to go, what God is taking you, then he's not for you.
Right.
Because he don't want to live the same way you're trying to live.
Right.
And not saying that he got to be better, you got to be better, but are we trying to go? The yoke is the thing. It's like a wooden thing that's placed on the neck. Cause I want you, often say to explain to them what a yoke is. Cause a yoke is the thing. You got two oxes, or two cows or whatever. The yoke is the thing you put one on one neck. It's like a wooden chain basically.
Yeah.
And it keeps
Basically,
them going
keeps
in the
them going
same direction.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that thing that's keeping y'all, like, if he want to go over here, then it's not going to work. Or if she want to go over here, it's not going to work. Because we can disagree on something, though. We can have a flat-out argument and disagree and be about to choke each other. But when it comes down to handle business, are we still going to handle it in the same way that when we first started?
Right.
Exactly.
That's good.
So the adversity and the circumstances, bro, I think that's what made people choose otherwise.
Yeah.
Because it's scarce. Some stuff is scarce. You get,
Yeah.
But Jesus didn't fold though.
Yeah.
And because he's on the inside of us, we have the same capability of not folding.
And doing greater things,
Right.
like you said.
That we don't have to fold.
Right.
We don't have to.
Right. And that came from knowing who he was.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's when you know who you are, certain decisions that you make in your life, it don't faze you. You know what I'm saying? Because authority is a powerful thing. And sometimes I wonder, do we realize how powerful authority is? You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at authority, you can't really even talk about authority without talking about identity.
That's true.
Because if I don't know who I am, then that means I've lost my identity. But if my authority is in my identity and I don't know my identity, then I can't walk in my authority.
Because you don't know what you carry.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
And so the decisions that we're making is really based on a person that even really not who you are.
Ooh.
If that makes sense.
Lack of knowledge of ourselves.
Bam.
Yeah.
That's good.
Dang.
Lack of knowledge of ourselves. It just came.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you made a decision. Dang.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Straight for the out.
Because
Yeah.
you're making a decision from a foreign place. You know what I'm saying? You're making a decision from a foreign place, a place that you're not even in. And just what he told when Adam ate the fruit. He asked him, Adam, where are you? He knew where he was.
He just wanted to see if
He wasn't talking about a physical place.
Nope.
He wasn't talking about it. I know where you are. I know where you are physically, and I know where you are mentally. I know where you are spiritually. But do you know where you are? Because the decision that you just made just shifted the whole dynamics of the world.
Yeah. You forgot
You forgot who you were.
You forgot who you were and your position.
You forgot your assignment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he told him, don't partake of that. But he allowed an outside. Dang. So even though Eve came from inside Adam, from his rib, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was almost like an inside job, so to speak.
Come on, bro. You don't have to.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of. You ever had that battle with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Like you start having a conversation with yourself, like you know you trying to make a decision on something, and then you would let yourself talk yourself out of a decision that you know yourself should have made.
Yeah.
Trying to tell
But
you
because of certain circumstances or
how foreign it is, or
you know what I'm saying, and then you made a decision based upon a situation that really wasn't there, but because your mind told you it was there or fear told you it was there, and then you made the wrong decision.
mm-hmm.
You didn't know who you were. You weren't confident in the choice you was making because you wasn't confident in who you were in that situation. That's why Jesus was able to do what he did, because he was comfortable. He was confident in that situation.
He said, go ahead and turn that up. He tried to get my man to fold.
You know what I'm saying?
You know you're hungry.
Folds.
You know, ain't
Shoot,
no grapes out here.
wanna
You know
fold.
you're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Life will make you want to fall.
Yeah.
Bro, that week you prayed for us, bro. It was a different kind of feel.
Yeah, but when you pray for us,
I ain't never been in this place type of feel before.
Yeah. I know it. And then there was time when I called on y'all, and I had to, I was at my breaking point with something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so important about the company that you keep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even looking at that, man, it's like I used to think, because Pastor talked about that a lot. I got a lot of that from him as far as like that intuitiveness to go study about the yoke, because in the faith world we always looked at it as a bad thing.
Right.
But a yoke has a purpose. It's not a bad thing
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a kingdom thing.
If it keeps me in the direction that I'm supposed to go in, then how is it a bad thing?
Right.
It's only bad because I can't move the way I want to move. That's not your responsibility right now. The responsibility is we got a job to do right now, and so I need you to be in the same place.
Stay the course.
Stay right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the yoke really is not bad. It's doing its purpose. But what happens is we feel yoked when we're not walking in a certain place, or we don't have the relationship that we want, or we don't have the business that we don't want, or how come I can't get an idea like that? You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their walk, and you have to be content with the nature of your walk, because Jesus didn't go straight from the womb, from the womb to the cross. The Bible said he learned obedience by the things he suffered. He had to endure pain. Why? Because he had to be an example to a people that was coming behind him to let them know that, hey, if I can endure this, then you can endure anything that's coming through your life.
Yep. He made sure he was an example for every area of your life.
Exactly.
That he triumphed over.
Exactly. You just got to make the decision to go through with it. And here's the thing, too. A lot of times what we try to do is we try to make the decision, even though we do make a decision, we try to make a decision on our own. When there was even a point on his walk, somebody else had to bear the cross to get it to where he was supposed to have been going to be crucified.
Bars.
He didn't walk that whole walk by himself. Somebody else had to come in and carry that. We make decisions based upon trying to do things on ourselves that we don't want to include other people when it's time for somebody else to help to bear the cross that we're carrying.
That's vital.
That's why your team got to be solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a cruel world out here, dog. It's a lonely world out here sometimes.
It is. Hey, that's why I said, bro, loyalty is rare, and if you find it, you better keep it.
Keep it.
Bro, I can't tell you. This is the smallest my circle ever been. Ever.
Dude, my circle's so small, it's a dot.
Ever.
Yeah.
It ain't no circle, it's a dot.
Ever. And and understanding and just being in tune and aware. I understand life happens. Life is there, but it's just like sometimes we just can't allow life to get in the way of what's valuable and who's valuable. Well, you said something that kind of sparked a question in me. Just trying to figure out how to ask it. When you said about a lot of times we make a decision based off of from it being a foreign place, so if we can't recognize it, we don't know if we want it. It's kind of like double dutch. Do we want to hop in?
Right.
Yeah.
So okay. How can somebody that you desire to follow you to, I guess in a degree, understand that foreign place and see what you see? Because sometimes even the decision that we make from a foreign place, like when you say make a decision, man, I refuse not to get over this hurdle. Like, I'm going to make a decision to get up again, make a decision to get up again. And I remember there was a situation in my last relationship to where it was just like, man, like, I'm doing everything I can in my power to make sure just in life I'm sustained, I'm stable, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, how can I put this? So I'm doing everything I can in my power to pretty much be stable. And it's like, you should be worried if I'm not making a decision to keep going over and over and over to figure things out until it's figured out. Because there's just going to be some things, even as a unit together, you still have to figure out. Because life is unpredictable.
Right. Yeah.
So how do you get your partner to understand that when you're making a decision from something that's foreign, even that may even scare you, but you're still willing to make the decision to make it from a foreign place that you have no understanding, no awareness, but that's just straight trust and faith in God. That's it. On that alone.
Rob bubbling over here.
Come from the house, dog.
No, I think that this is from, oh my goodness. Okay, coming from the house,
It's
bro.
good. Yeah.
Sometimes coming from the house is not pretty. So I think I'm just whatever. Being a guy who has been in a position when you have to take care of a family, you got a wife and whatever. Me being a person who done made some dumb decisions, right?
We all have, dog.
Made some slap dumb decisions before, right? I think what keeps your mate locked in on you, even when you making a decision from a foreign place, is she knows your posture and how you're making your decisions. So if she knows you're following the Lord, and she's following the Lord, then God is gonna make her heart sit a certain type of way when you make certain type of decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's because she cannot agree with you all day, but she gonna agree with the Lord when it comes to her covenant that she made when it comes to you.
Right.
For one. And I think the other thing is the fruit over time.
So you going where I was gonna go? Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, the fruit over time when you're making decisions. And now when it's not working, because I was making it, I'm coming from the house. I'm making decisions, ain't nothing working. Straight up. I'm just being real.
Hey, we keep it 100 on this podcast.
My ex-wife was like, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying? Oh man, just I'm making decisions. Wasn't nothing working. Wasn't nothing working, right? Wasn't nothing working, bro. So. Hey, but now I got certain tools, and now the decisions I'm making now, the next woman won't have to go through that.
Yeah.
She will never go through that.
Right.
But when you're making decisions and she's seeing a certain type of fruit, she might not agree with, she might not be able to see what you see, but when that, she might not be able to see when you keep planting and then a raccoon keep digging it up, but you keep planting, a raccoon come, but when that tree finally grow, when they got them big old oranges on it and they extra sweet, that's what she gonna see. Oh, so babe, okay, so go ahead, baby, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, plant another one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some stuff around here so the animals can't get around this tree. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna help put the gate around this tree to make sure they. Matter of fact, if you need help trimming the branches, I help you trim the branches on this one.
Yeah.
So she'll begin to partake in
Pruning
it and help cultivate on what you're building.
Yeah.
And then she'll begin to help you think about, okay, so we got these 2 trees. What about if we buy that piece of land over there, mow it, and then till it, and then we can make this ours too. Like now, let's build an orchard. Like how can we expand it? What can I do to help you expand it? Right. Because she's seeing the fruit from it. Everybody not gonna see the vision all the time. Right. Especially our spouses. Right. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about women I know, if they don't see the fruit, it's not looking good. Would you, right. Would you follow me if I was a record label, would you sign to me if every artist flopped? I'm not finna sign with you. Right. Sign with you for what? Everybody done flopped. Right.
It ain't the artist.
No, every time you sign somebody, they flop. Yeah. No, I'm not signing with you. Yeah. Where's Rock Nation? At least I know I can get and do my thing over there.
Right. And that's really good, bro, because I think a lot of stuff you shared with me when I was in my last relationship. And I remember you said something that was so powerful, bro.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
And he was like, bro, she religious, you're spiritual. And that hit me like a ton of bricks.
Oh my God.
That hit me like a ton of bricks.
Can you see, that's a whole different
It is. So, that's to be continued.
Oh my God.
No here, no there. But and it was just like, man, what are we doing?
You told him what?
Yeah.
You told him.
Oh yeah, I said that she was religious, but he's spiritual.
You told him that's only something you have to.
Yeah.
When you tell somebody that, you have to be able to receive, bro. Look, I know it's your girl in that thing, but you're spiritual, she's religious, bro. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That
was a
good
simple
job,
case of
good job.
That was a simple case because I know it's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? She's somebody I'm getting to know. However, because I do know certain things about myself. I know one of my gifts is spirit of discernment. So, which our dad has a very keen spirit of discernment.
Oh yeah.
So I think not only was that a spiritual gift, but it was also an inherited gift.
Right.
And so it was like when he was telling me what was going on, and then I saw certain patterns. And, when we would have a conversation, it would kind of be circling around the same stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, no, dog, like, nah, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, because if I have a desire to be in a place, and here's the thing, it's not nothing that you force, right? It goes back to what you said, because you thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You said it's track record.
Yeah.
What's your track record? Because at the end of the day, if we're going in the same direction and I make a decision that you don't agree with, then we should be able to come to an agreement as far as how we're going to handle even the disagreement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Because I can't.
Important. Yeah.
I can't make a decision whether it's my spouse, my business partner, somebody that I'm in a relationship with, and you allow me to make that decision, but then you resent me for making that decision and then don't do nothing.
I'm about to throw the mic because you
He's on fire.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to.
He's on fire.
It's bro. Okay, let me
Go ahead, bro. Rewind it back, bro.
Hey, listen, the blind's open.
like so.
Help the people.
Okay. If
Help
you
me help you.
you can't be if you're in a position to help, and you see this person needs help making a decision, and you don't help make the decision, please don't throw nothing in the other person's face.
There you go.
You ain't got nothing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Because it's like that squirrel going across the street. It's like lately I've been going like, I'm like, oh, got that one. But I look at my rearview mirror, I guess he made it.
Yeah.
Because by the time I get close to him, he's still dancing. I'm like, oh snap, I'm pretty crap.
Yeah.
But, trying to make a decision. Like, dude, you already crossed the street. Why you stopped?
Yeah.
And then now you dancing in the middle of the road. You finna get hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, it's we're not going to always agree on everything. However, the way we handle everything will make things come into agreement.
That's
Yeah.
good.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could not agree with you, but because subconsciously I agree to disagree, so I'm going to handle it properly so that the right agreement can come into my space or our space. You know what I'm saying? Because me,
Creating that safe environment.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that safe
Yeah.
space.
because me throwing shade at you and not helping the situation is just going to make it worse. Now you're going to be mad because you made a bad decision. You know you made a bad decision. You be like, oh, shoot, I messed up. And then the other person, yeah, you know you messed up. You shouldn't have went down that way in the first place.
Yeah, and when it comes to stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should be trying to feed ourselves
Yeah.
Yeah.
the right stuff so we do have something to bring to the table to help the other party make the decision.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not have everything right then and there to make the decision. But are you feeding yourself something?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I need something, I can feed off of you and like, okay, we can do it together.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, the guy, he makes the decision. But he makes the decision based upon what the other person says about what he's thinking about. If I have to think for me and think for you too, so hold on. So I have to.
She in the vein.
So I have to think. I have to use my train of thought. Use my self-will. Y'all seen Avatar, right?
Not
So-
the new one. I haven't seen the new one, though.
But you seen them
the
blue
other
ears.
ones. Yeah.
So you want me to magically grow one of them blue things, plug it to your ear, and then suck out your information, and then me think about it, then make a decision? No, bro. No, like, what do you think about this?
Right.
And it's good to include them too.
Right.
Just-
So, and not just. I ain't talking about female. I'm talking about
Right.
your partners. Period.
Just in general.
Relationship. It's ping pong. It's going back and forth.
Right.
It's not paddle ball. Beating on one thing. It's
That's
not
good.
paddle ball.
Yeah.
It's not paddle ball. It's ping pong. It's tennis. It's not wall ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
good.
playing. I'm not playing this game by myself. The game was not designed to play by myself.
Exactly.
It's not. That's why God made Eve, because He knows you need somebody to go back and forth with. Eve was doing what she's supposed to do to help Adam do what he's supposed to do.
Let him call.
The things that Adam did, I guarantee you, he was not. He couldn't have did them without Eve. He couldn't have. They replenished the earth. You can't replenish without a woman. Period. We're gonna leave that right there.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's certain things that you need people for. So just have something to bring to the table.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and part of our responsibility. Oh, my bad, bro.
No, you good.
Oh,
No,
for sure.
I didn't have nothing.
Part of our responsibility as even as men, right? And we have to submit. Yes, I'm gonna use the word submit. The Bible says this, that we submit to God, and then the wife submit to the husband, right? So nobody likes to use the word submit because they thinking of a term of enslavement. And to be thinking of the term enslavement, you're coming from the wrong mindset in the first place. Because as a man, I should have enough sense to understand that my wife or my significant other is better in this situation, then why am I going to put us both in a bad situation because I'm trying to beat my chest because I'm the man?
Right.
Part of making a decision is taking in all the direct information and then making an informed decision based on the information that I receive, not on how it's going to make me feel.
You take into account for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just going to put us in a situation just because I made the decision. But no. Okay, babe, you're more stronger in this area, so hey, I need you to take the lead on this. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tap that because I know when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that, especially like the men-woman roles and things, it can get real messy. But it shouldn't be, because if everybody knows their role, it shouldn't get messy. Because if I know you're better at certain areas than I am, why am I going to overtake that area just because I'm considered the male of the relationship?
Shoot, bro, it's been plenty of times when I've been in I've been in a recording studio, Diamond Lace the track. I done spit. I done got 3 verses or whatever. My man take off 1 verse, and he say he chop 1 verse in half, and he say rewrite these 8.
Yeah.
It's because and you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, okay, this verse, we gonna knock this verse off. I'm gonna shorten the beat. We gonna do half of this verse and rewrite. We gonna keep these 4 and rewrite these last 8. Straight up. It's because, and I submit to it because I know he knows, he listen for my sonically. He knows how he want the record to sound. It's beyond what I want my lyrics to sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't.
It's not about you, it's about the project.
Right. It's about the project. And
Yeah.
his ears is he don't rhyme, but he know how rhymers are supposed to sound.
Yeah.
But see, working with you also, he's in tune.
Right.
And that's one of the most important keys. Like, you should know that your partner wouldn't want to make a decision and that'll put you in harm's way. You should know that off the cuff. You wouldn't have married him, or you wouldn't have got in that relationship with him if you didn't feel that. So he understands, okay, and he's learning you at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is coming from a foreign place because he's seeing far ahead where you can be versus what you can see right then and there.
Bro, this just hit me from the house. You can't get mad at the decision that I make if you can't help me make a decision. If you cannot help me make a decision, you should not be mad at any decision that I make, because you can't help me. You ain't help me make nan decision.
Right.
Nan.
Man.
But you
Well, what's your antenna?
But you mad. You know what I'm saying?
Help me.
Like, you can't get mad at what we eating for dinner if you didn't go to the store or pitch in money. Yo, we eating this? You got some money? Did you put in on the meal?
Right.
Then if you didn't, just be grateful that you're eating the meal. So you cannot be mad, bro. You cannot be mad at decisions that I'm making if you don't even have nothing in your system to even think about how to make a decision. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that be so. Go ahead.
And that's why parents be getting mad at children. You can't. I don't want to hear nothing. I do want to hear what you got to say, but you can't make a decision. You're not in a position to make a decision. So right now you can't say anything right now.
Right.
Put that phone down.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
This is not fair. is who's paying the cell phone bill?
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair that I have to pay your cell phone bill every doggone
Help
month.
the people. Help the people.
Jesus.
I had to tell my son the other day, son, put the
Nice
phone
drink
down.
right here. I don't think I'm gonna take a
Pop,
swig.
put the phone down, Pop. Pop, put the phone down. My son love the game. Pop, put the phone down. When we eating dinner, put the phone down, son. I want to spend time with you.
Yep.
Not me, you, and Verizon.
Can you hear me?
You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear me now?
Said not be you and Verizon. That's
Right.
good. I like
So
that.
you know what I'm saying. So when you're not, you can't really be mad at the decisions that I'm making when
Yeah.
when you can't really help me to make a decision. So now if you can help me, that's something completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's completely different. But if you're not capable of helping me to make a decision, you can't shame me for I'm trying.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm trying.
Right. And you know what? A lot of dreams get shattered because people rely on other people's feelings and their say so much that they'll stall their dream because somebody is telling you what they like and what they don't like, or that's not gonna work. And God didn't even give them the vision for it; He gave it to you.
Right.
Exactly.
So you're gonna make a decision based upon how somebody else gonna make you feel versus you walking in your purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well, you just drawing back some memories.
there you go. You know that's because as a people we want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's we're making decisions that trying to lead us down a certain path, and then people that's sitting on the sideline trying to tell me how to play the game, and you ain't even in the game. And sometimes I have to, man, I think I told y'all this. I had went to a middle school basketball game one time. That was my first time going to a middle school basketball game. And I'm sitting up there, I wanted to yell to the parents and just tell all of them to shut up. I swear.
But boy, they be
Boy,
riding.
oh my, I mean, and I know it because I hear it, you know, during football season and the basketball season at the high school. But, you know, I had spoke to the one of the middle school basketball teams, and so I think I shared this before, and one of my plans got canceled that night, so I ended up riding over to check them out. Enjoyed the game. But God doggone, them parents was getting on my nerve. Boy, I mean, it was a whole stand full. I said, well, yeah, sure. Well, y'all need to go out there and ref the game then.
Exactly.
Maybe even coach. You know what? Got your whole group like it was bad, dog. It was like that was probably one of the worst games I ever seen from a fan standpoint. I just wanted to tell all the parents, like, we all just shut up.
You see the true rage.
You know, because all right, the coaches are making decisions, and I'm not saying everybody know what they're doing, because sometimes you do have a coach that don't know what they're doing.
Right. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're gonna make a decision to do something like that and coach from the stand, or maybe you okay. Well, if you that good, well, why won't you coach?
Yep.
You ever thought about that? Well, I gotta work, but no, you gotta you know everything. That sound like Plies now.
Applies funny.
Tell me, what I want to do that, huh? You yelling at the people, but you don't want to go in and be coach the game. Talking about you want to.
Plies funny, bro. That's how the Plies, man. He funny.
Talking about he don't know how to make a play or call.
Like, oh man, you know why he made that? This, you know, it boy, it got so bad. I was like, Lord, Jesus, you know. But you know, in all, it's like we make decisions. You know, a lot of times based on experience or feelings.
Yeah.
Or sometimes both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we still suffering from those decisions, depending on what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and it's. I hope this is helping somebody, and you know what I'm saying. It's like, and I will say this: even though you may not be where you want to be, just the fact that you made a decision to take a step towards where you desire to be, that deserves the kudos on the back. You just don't stop there and rest there, but you just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like this project, me and the wife, working on that. We're gonna share with y'all once everything is complete. But a project that we've been wanting to do for years, but trying to get all the pieces right, get all the things in place. But it's like, you know what? I don't know if it'll ever get right. Because, you're just trying to order, trying to get people in place, do things, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's just not coming out right. So I just made a decision this year. You know what? Bump it. I'm just going to go for it and just trust God to bring the pieces as we walk.
Exactly.
Because me trying to put the pieces together before we walk, it ain't working. So I went to the wife and like, hey, babe, you know what? We trying to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and, do this, and then we'll just trust God to bring all the pieces when we walk. You say, okay, fine, let's do it. I always tell this, man, when I speak to men. The hardest thing about being a man, dog, is when the woman give you free reins to lead, not when she's pulling on the reins. When she give you that, all right, babe, you got a decision on that. Here's my input, but here's you got the decision on that. That's pressure, dog.
Have that ever made you feel like, dang, I still don't know? Like, it made it like, even get you more like, oof. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful.
Yeah. And I've had to be careful to not succumb to the squirrel syndrome. Yeah. Cause it's like, dang, boy, she trusted me with everything, and I'm like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Cause if I did, I tried this last time, that didn't work. But last time, well, this worked. But maybe, no, boy, I'm telling you everything in my head, boy. Cause it's like, there's seasons and times for everything. Is it the season? Is it the right time? Maybe it's the right season, but not the right time. Or is it the right? Did the season pass? Am I moving? That dancer like the squirrel. Because she trusted you enough to make that decision. That's pressure. Pressure is not when you taking leadership. Pressure is when you're giving leadership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. I'm entrusting you with this situation. I'm entrusting you with this project. I'm entrusting you with this auxiliary. Can you handle that?
You know what, bro? Every decision that I made that didn't fall how I thought it was gonna fall. I look at it now. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I'm a completely different person. I am sitting right now than what I was when I was in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I think different now. Like my stamina is different now. My aura is different now. And I think those decisions and those outcomes of the decisions helped to rebuild and reframe to me having something to look at. I'm like, okay, that, no, this, yes, that, no. You know what I'm saying? So when we making decisions and they don't fall, of course you're gonna feel funny, but use that to help reshift and rebuild your mind frame.
That's it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Rebuild your mind frame. And so now, some of those decisions I would never make again, bro. It's because I'm a completely different. I let that stuff remold.
Right.
Remold who I am and reevaluate my relationship with God.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I do need to pray more and to read my word and tap in more and to serve in church more. I need to look at men who have made a series of right decisions. Let me just look at you.
Yeah, watch how you move and stuff.
Let me just look at you. What you need your Bible? Let me go get whatever I need to do to be around right decision makers. When I went to the Relate conference, I'm in a Relate conference and they have breakout sessions. I went to the executive pastor breakout session because I wanted to be around a whole bunch of leaders, bro. Because that's an area that I want to be extremely strong in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So they around the table. I'm over 5 churches. I'm over 7 churches. Hey man, how many churches you over? I said, being real with you, I ain't over there in church. I said, to be real with you,
well,
I say I be around. I say I'm blessed to be around the staff of my church a lot. The executive pastors, the care pastors a lot. So I just kind of want to see what they go through.
Yeah.
I want to see I want to be able to look at Pastor Tim and just to see, even though he probably won't show because he tough, but if he do something or Pastor Jason do something, I want to be okay. I can understand why he did it that way because I know what executive pastors have to do. I know what care pastors have to do, kind of sort of. You know what I'm saying? And just being in that, the person who was conducting the class, he had a room full of men who's over men, and he was conducting the class over all those men. So I'm just watching how even the person who was conducting the class was talking to a whole bunch of men and cutting questions off and answering them, being charismatic at the same time, not disrespecting nobody, but giving them what they need at the same time. That's a whole different level.
It is.
Yeah.
So I just want to be around great decision makers and just meeting, just watching how they move. How do you treat your family? What type of wife do you have?
Exactly.
What type of aura is she giving off? What is your wife saying to everyone without opening her mouth?
Dang.
Bro, I just came across that on a post.
Like what is your wife saying about you without opening her mouth to everybody else?
That's heavy.
You dig what I'm saying? So in order to have that, you have to be around that. So for people who have made decisions and people try to make you feel funny, hey, let it rebuild and let it reshape you.
That's good.
And own your decision making. Yeah,
That's
that was,
good.
you know what? I shouldn't have walked off that job. That was dumb.
Right.
Oh, you were just fed up. Well, dig a little deeper.
Right.
That's why we was coming.
Right.
You like God be wanting that. God be wanting that. Keep coming to me. This is making you stronger.
Yeah.
You're feeling weak, but you're actually getting stronger because you're coming to a source who's stronger than you.
Exactly. He gave you the strength.
You dig what I'm saying? So don't let them make you feel that way. Own your mistakes. Get back in the ring and let it rebuild and let it remold and let it reshape you.
Dang.
That boy. That's the word. That's the
But
word.
I guarantee you this, and I put this on everything. ERRRTHANG.
Everything.
Like in front of
everything.
Lou. You heard me?
You know what I'm saying? The next person it's gonna be like night and day, bro.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a completely different person.
And it should
You
be.
feel me? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It should
I
be.
mean, we see the growth in each other because we're around each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be.
You know
I'm
what?
glad you brought that up too.
Stepmom told me, she said, you grown so much. Like, she said, you don't see it because you're in it. You don't see it. You just trying to grow. You just in emotion. But she said, for the people that are looking at you, they can see the change. They can see that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's supposed to
as
be.
you walking in this life, man, you know, that what she just said is a powerful statement. You walking in it, so you're not gonna see it, but
Right.
other people will. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. You just keep doing your thing. People will notice.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why E.T. said something that struck me a while ago. This was a while ago. Because, you know, people always talking about how family don't support their business and stuff like that. And how, you know, people, you know, you people that don't even know you'll support you before your family will and all this stuff. And I caught that bandwagon. And then E.T. said something real powerful that stuck with me one time. He said, so basically he was just saying, so what if they don't support your business or buy anything from you? He said that's not what they're there for.
Right, that ain't their job. Their job is
They
to be
there
your
to be
sister.
your friend.
Yeah.
They didn't sign up to buy you no
Yeah.
merch.
Right.
And that's a sense of
You know what I'm saying?
entitlement.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you should just because.
You know what I'm saying?
Off the
Yeah,
strength
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
of.
like, and
Yeah.
when I heard him say that, that shifted my whole perspective on that. You know, it's just like, you know what, God, dog, he's all right.
Yep.
I mean, it was be nice to have support, but that ain't what they signed up to be your friend. How they signed up to be your customer.
Yep. My sister ain't gotta buy nothing from me. But if I'm hungry and I'm in the city and I need a meal, can I get a plate, bro? That's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? It's this little shorty. I need some advice. Can you holler at me? That's what we here for. I don't care if you don't come to Nan's show. If it's 3 a.m. and I call your phone twice, when you pick the phone up and talk to me, that's everything to me.
Yeah.
I talked to my sister yesterday, I talked to my older sister, Pedal. That's my baby, bro.
Yeah, she cool people out.
Yeah.
Man. Her and the husband, man.
Yeah.
They cool people. I enjoyed that event though, dog. That
Yeah. Not Fat, my little sister, she my baby too. Cause you got to throw both of them in there because they'll come for your head. But you know what I'm saying? But
You're like, Mike, you heard me say it? No.
But- yeah, they be on
Keep
that.
calling, going to voicemail.
Yeah, but my older sister, she's like I don't have an older you's older brother.
Right.
I don't have an older brother, so she's like my older brother sister.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we
I know
talk
what you mean.
about, you know what I'm saying? So I come to her about male stuff.
Yeah.
And I just be flat open with her because you won't get nowhere if you're not open.
Yeah.
You don't get nowhere if you're not really open.
You have to be.
You know what I'm saying? Because being a relationship is relational, and it's like open heart surgery. That's why CJ was able to see that in Toby.
Yeah.
Because of the relation between the two.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He was being flat, he was being himself and being wide open. And then he was able to see something that, yo, you dope, man. You should spit.
Yeah.
But if the relation is not there, then you can't.
Yep.
I can't see something in you if I'm not open and you're not open. Won't be able to. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you can't hide the flaws either. Let me see the flaws, open it up.
Right.
Because if I don't see the flaws, how you gonna get better?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching, me and my son was watching Creed 2 last night. So we watching Creed 2, and then, you know, he got bammed on. You feel me? If you don't get bammed on, how you gonna, if you don't get bammed on, you don't train different.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
The same way you train for this fight to get this fight, it's not gonna be the same way you need to train for the next fight. If you don't get bammed on, you won't switch nothing up. You think you straight, you're not straight. You gotta switch it up to fight different because the opponents is gonna be different.
Right.
So when you're making those decisions, that's not cracking. It's okay. Train different.
Right. That's good.
Read more books.
Oh, that's good, dog.
Read more books. Be around different type of relationships. Be around men who's making great. You know what I'm saying? You train different. So the next time you in the ring is completely different.
Exactly.
Yeah. And here it's crazy, but I one of the things I mentioned when we was doing our panel discussion for you Sunday, and I shared with the congregation, and I say it's crazy how I say I mentor a lot of kids. I say, but at the same time, I still get people that'll find out who I am and what I do, you know, and then they be like, can you mentor my kid? And I be like, yeah, but when I call, nobody pick up the phone. So if you have a problem with your kid, how you expect your kid to do something different and you're not putting them in a situation to do different? Put them around a different person, you know, a person that thinks logically versus just popping off and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's where growth comes from. I can't keep, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's not gonna happen. If I want a certain type of man in my life, or if I want a certain type of woman in my life, or a business relationship in my life, I have to act and be a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And if you're not willing to do that, then you can't require nothing from that. If you're not willing to go to that space, you can't require nothing from that space.
At all.
At all. You know, when people be talking about, you know, not having coaches and mentors, or I ain't gonna pay for no coach, I ain't gonna pay, that's cool. Let's see how far you get without one. Let's see how far you get when you bump your head and all you had to do was just, because what happens is it puts you in the space and it gives you access to certain stuff that you would have never had access to before. So if I desire a certain, like you were saying, you put yourself, and we talked about that. And that was very, very next level move. And you said, because I want to put myself around these executive pastors because I serve in this capacity, but not in the way that y'all serve, but enough to know that I can be here so that way I can serve the one that serves in the capacity because I'm attached to them.
Right.
I can feel what they feel. I can know what they know. I can deal with what they deal with, and then I can assist them better.
Right.
So we're always preparing to assist something better.
Yep.
And if we're not preparing ourselves to assist something or someone better, then we're doing everything else a disservice. You understand what I'm saying? Because take your job. Oh man, dude, it was so funny. I watched this video today. It was so funny. Dude was going off, and it was funny, but it was facts. And he was talking about one of the fast food chains, and how when he goes into this fast food chain, there's nobody there. And so basically what he was doing, he was backtracking all the decisions that were made that were cutthroat, but it led to the situation where that's why they can't find no workers. I was like, dang, dude is funny, but he tell us he mad, he fired mad, like, and he was talking about minimum wages.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about minimum wages. This is the trickle effect for people talking about higher minimum wage at these restaurants for flipping hamburgers and frying chicken, and for those type positions. But then it's just gonna be a trickle down effect. He was like, and then he went to talking about like how the minimum wage was so low in certain places, and then certain things were happening in other places that it wasn't happening. It was good, but he was just kind of went down a whole trickle effect because certain decisions that led to that decision, which is why the restaurant industry in that particular space couldn't keep nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all made a decision to do this that had an impact on this right here. And now, guess what? Restaurant closed down.
What it was?
I ain't gonna say. We ain't got enough insurance money for that.
Oh Lord.
Gotta remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at me.
Be
That's
quiet. Tonight is the night.
So,
You understand?
Oh my
you
God.
got no sense, bro. So, you know, we have to make this world a better place. You know, as we get ready to wind this thing down. I think we have to make, and the decision that we're going to make is not going to only make this world a better place, but it's going to make our world a better place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything that we live by, eat, sleep, breathe is shaped by the decisions that we make. And if we continue to make decisions that want to keep us going around in a circle, then something got to change.
Bro, check this out, bro. This off the tangent, but it's still gonna be good. Come from the house. Give me one thing, right, that you, what?
Here you come.
No, it's good though.
From the back porch.
I'm watching it from across the street.
Look. Give me one thing give me one thing in this week that you encountered that brought you joy. One thing. What about you, Doug? You go first.
One thing that brought me joy that I
Yeah, that you encountered this week that like warmed your heart. Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, being able to bless my coworker with one of my shirts.
Okay.
And how excited she got when she got it.
Okay.
Like that was just such a this is for me.
Oh, yeah.
Type of deal, like
Different every time.
it hits different. And she's been a huge supporter. Like
Okay.
she's always purchased. And the Lord's like, I want you to bless her with a shirt. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I already had my stuff in the trunk, so I got her size, and I mean, she was just lit. She gave me a hug and everything. Like, thank you. Like, that warms my heart. Being able to bless people, and of course, always being able to do it on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And being able to give back. That's one of my joys and hearts, just to see other people smile and being able to make their world better when you know they had a crazy week or day or month. So that brought joy to my heart today.
Okay, that's what's up.
Definitely.
That's what's up. What about you, Mike? Give me some.
Oh man.
Something you encountered this week that brought you joy, bro. Like warmed your
I
heart.
would say talking to the group, one of the groups I talked to this week, like just when I got through and I was talking with one of the coaches, and he was like, man, they were locked in to what you were saying, like, but I'm watching them too, because one thing when I'm speaking, I always scan the audience, and so I can tell when somebody's paying attention, and I can tell when somebody's locked in. And he had a couple. I'm like, I said, them cats were locked in. Them cats were locked in. And then I'm not just talking at them. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so we're dialoguing back and forth. And it was one in particular, like he was like right in front of me. Like I say, boy, I say, man, I say, you thinking, ain't you? He was like, yeah. Because when I went in there, I said, one of the things I love to do when I'm speaking is I want to make you think. I want to make you go into places that you wouldn't think to go, or go into places you just chose not to go. And then put you in that situation and see how you're going to respond. And they responded really, they had a very positive response. And so that's
cool.
You know, when they all come up to me at the end and they can all tell me something that they got out of the every last one of them told me something that they got out of the message. It was about 12 of them. It was a small group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those sometimes be the best one, because you had those intimate conversations, and then you can actually dialogue more versus having an auditorium full of 100 to 200 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about you?
What about
Yeah,
you?
we
dog?
can let you off the hook, dog.
Yeah, girl.
No.
Just standing at the doorway of the house.
All right,
Come
so
on outside.
Mine was a little different. So I got home from work, and me and Pop, Pop and Stepmom watched the movie. Grandma was in the living room.
Okay.
She was watching Keanu Reeves. She like John Wick, so he be shooting. She be get him. So that just be funny.
Look at that, you better run.
Grandma like when they be shooting, boy. She be get.
Oh, he done got.
She talk about something. Get him. All right. So anyway, so
That's what the thing. Let's get him.
Oh, that's funny.
so we watching Creed 2 in the kitchen. So we time to go to bed and stuff like that. So we go in the room. My homegirl Faye called me, and then she said, for some reason she said, I'm gonna call you back. I said, all right. So I hung the phone up. So Pop lit on the floor. So he fell asleep real fast. Normally he don't. Normally he be trying to crack jokes and jump, but he fell asleep fast. So when he fell asleep, everything was real quiet, and I was just listening to him breathe, bro. Listening to my son breathe, bro. It just made me like, dang, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he big. He's a big baby. But just listening to the air go in his lungs and out of listen to my son breathe was like the highlight, because I don't see him all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So listening to him breathe, bro.
Yeah. It's the little things, man.
It's a little thing.
That's what that was the highlight of my week, bro. Listen to my son breathe yesterday.
Yeah.
For real. So
That's what's up, man.
yeah, bro.
Facts.
That's what's up, man. Hey, guys, man, it's been another 5 podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I love this
I
one.
always love when we get it, man. I tell you, I'm always.
I ain't gonna. This may be the top 3.
He said
These
that
two
every
and
episode.
I know, right?
No. This. I'm talking about.
No.
I'm talking about just the intensity of it, just like really
for
drawn
sure.
into it, even giving knowledge and wisdom, but it's just like really.
Yeah.
It's just like I love it, dog.
I think I'd be a little too. I gotta reel it in. No, I can't reel it in, but I don't care. I don't care, bro.
It's
Just let it
the
out,
right
bro.
seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. Hey, once again, man, we thank y'all for tuning in. And just y'all be encouraged, man. That's what we do. You know, we open books here, man. We on this journey together. So, you know, if you got something you want to share with us, leave it in the comments, you know. And, you know, we on this journey together. You got your journey, you got your walk, we got our walk. But we all gonna end up in the same place, you know. And so at the end of the day, just, you know, be encouraged. Do it afraid, you know what I'm saying? Make the decision to to write that book. Make the decision to start your business. Make that decision to expand your business. Make that decision to stay together. And I'm gonna say this as you was talking, Alexandr, as you was talking, man. If there's anybody that's listening to this podcast today, and you're contemplating getting a divorce, stick it out.
Yeah.
I just felt that in my shana.
If it's
If it's not a non-domestic issue or nothing
Yeah,
like that,
right.
it's just
Yeah.
you're having differences. See, that's the thing about growth. Everybody don't grow at the same time.
Yep, they don't.
And so growth requires grace. And so once you can understand that, it's going to make your situation a whole lot better. Coming from the house real quick before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
My wife and I have been married 24 years. It ain't been easy. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where she wanted to give up. There's been times where I wanted to give up. But the thing is, you both can't be in the same place, because then that's going to be in a place that you don't want to be in. Somebody has to fight, right? You both have to fight. Sometimes it's not at the same time. But that's when you have to get and be real with yourself. And sometimes you have to do and rely on outside resources and go to counseling. We've had couple counseling sessions over the years. You know what I'm saying? But when you can understand your spouse versus trying to be understood, it's a beautiful thing.
Yep, that's the
key.
That's the key.
You know what I'm saying?
That
And
love language, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what shifted my mindset a little bit, because as a man, I control the atmosphere of my house.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she takes that and she makes the house a home. So if I set the tone, then how I respond is going to set the atmosphere of the house, because she's taking the tone and setting the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if I understand where she's coming from, then I can come and do whatever needs to be done to get us both in the same boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so a lot of times one is tugging this way, one is tugging that way, and then next thing you know, everybody's throwing their hands up in the air and walking out the door. You know, and so it's fight to be, don't fight to be understood, but fight to understand. Because it's easy to walk away from, but when you've built something, it's a lot harder to walk away from. But sometimes when you get to that breaking point, you just say it ain't worth it. It's worth it.
And when something can be built,
right?
Because you can't see the finished product of the build.
Exactly.
When something can be built, the enemy would try to come in there and stop that thing. He would try to come in there and stop it.
Exactly. So you got to make a decision to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't come from a perspective of trying to fix that person, but more so understand that person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we do that too much.
Yeah.
Try to
See,
fix the-
and now that's something that I understand now. You feel me? Like, so I take all that stuff into I take it in from me coming from a divorce. So I take all that stuff into stride. Like, I think that relationship was one, now looking at it, that was one of the best relationships that I've ever been in, because it forced me to look at, okay, yeah, you wasn't doing this, and this, but this, and this, and this, you have to work on these, bro. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, and it made me put my mind in a different perspective. Like, you have to try to get to know your mate.
Yeah.
What's her love language? What makes her tick? The relationship is how you set the tone. And I don't think men understand that. Like we actually...
Yeah, we do. We actually... Yeah.
Pastor Tim's brother gave me a recommendation for a book, and he gave me What Radical Husbands Do. What Radical Husbands Do was a busting book. You know what I'm saying? And one of the first things he says in the first chapter was like, the relationship is up to you. Like, you set the tone. It's not the woman, the man set the tone. So like, just but if you're not trained like that. You have to
Right.
get,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
some guys are trained like that, some guys are not.
Right.
So like just me now, okay, now I know, now I got a better grip on my job. I'm not poking the bear at your job.
Right.
I'm poking the bear at my job.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we can love each other and to grow in certain areas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I take all that stuff into stride, bro.
Yeah.
That relationship was one of the best things that ever happened to me, because if I went through that, I don't think I would be in the mind space that I am right now. I don't think I would tolerate certain things from myself.
Exactly.
People are so quick to not tolerate something for somebody else, but you won't tolerate certain stuff from you. Untolerate that stuff from you first.
Right.
Before you, I ain't with that, but you would do it to yourself.
That's good.
Dang. Straight like that from the house.
So, like, don't stop trying to untolerate. I ain't putting up with that, but you do it. No, see.
Yeah.
So I had to get like that with myself, and I think that's what's causing the growth. That's what's causing the dependency on God.
Yeah.
The dependency on God. God, I need for you to show me. Psalms 32:8 is my life verse. I need for you to teach me, instruct me,
Right.
guide me with your love and eye upon me.
Right.
I need that in my life.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So I appreciate the individual who I was married to. I appreciate that whole thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That part.
That's what's up. That's grown man talk right there.
Yeah,
dog.
for
For
sure.
real.
For sure.
For real.
Hey man, we hope this has been a blessing to y'all, man. We're gonna go and get out your hair, man. Once again, man, this has been the Blueprint to Success podcast.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And remember, if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. See you next week. God bless. Peace.
Yeah.